saw the Bikeriders at Universal Studios with my mom and my husband, who are here, with me, but may or may not chime in. What was really interesting about the movie is the movie seemed like it was going to be this very dramatic, action-packed biker movie, but it was actually way better than what the trailer looked like. We actually were only kind of seeing it ironically so we could see the Robert Eggers Nosferatu trailer. That's what we really were going for. But there was much more charm and humor in the actual movie, and they didn't show any of that in the trailer. And I thought overall I enjoyed it. The performances, Tom Hardy always plays that character, but I thought he was great. Austin Butler, he was decent for what he was. Jodie Comer was amazing. She's always amazing. But I definitely thought the film could have cut 10 to 30 minutes off of it easily. So it was definitely slow, but I loved that they showed it through the lens of the interviewer who did the book about the bike club. I thought that was really interesting, and they mainly focused it on just the wife's perspective, so I thought there was like a very specific angle and perspective of it. But yeah, my main thing was just overall it was too long. I think it was about 30 minutes too long. I think they could have minimally cut out 10 to 20 minutes.
But it was based on actual people.
Yeah, it was based on actual people, but I really liked how usually I'm not a big fan of like the voiceover, like flashback things. Sometimes that can be done really badly, but I thought this was done really well, mainly just sticking with her perspective and it being told from her perspective of being interviewed, and then because she's telling it, that's why it's flashing back and showing it to us, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's my really short review. It was decent. Nothing really stood out to me of like, I've never seen a movie like this before or anything like that. But I did like that kind of this historical tone of it.
I thought she was the best.
What is this thing that you said?
Well,
the slice of life.
It's a slice of Americana.
Yes, that's what I really liked about it.
The greaser biker lifestyle is something that we all think we know, but I don't know I haven't seen Easy Rider in a million years, but I can't think of a more recent film that really kind of showed just like what happens when just a dude who really loves motorcycles gets all of his buddies together and starts a motorcycle club with no intention of doing anything other than just drinking and smoking and riding motorcycles.
Yeah.
And then kind of showing this slow. It kind of showed even in those days the belief of what the club was to other people who came in, to the point where these young kids saw it as like that's their destiny, and to make it into what they wanted to do, and just turn it into something completely different. So, because then like all through the 70s, I think, was just lots of motorcycle gangs that were really violent. Hell's Angels in 1969 and Woodstock and stuff.
Well, what I thought was cool was it showing how it really was just for the fun of them hanging out and whatever, and then as younger generations came in and as time went on, it became something that it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Well, like she made the observation to him. She said, the new kids coming in that have come back from Vietnam and that are into, instead of just sitting around drinking beers, they're into harder drugs and different types of drugs.
Yeah.
And because a lot of them had been to Vietnam, they kind of had the mentality of, the human life was not as important.
Well, and they also had PTSD.
Right,
it was like before mental health was really talked about at all.
But what I'm saying is we would never do that. It was like an honor thing. Is pretty much like, I will just kill you. Mm-hmm. When they showed the guy sitting at the table, it said, I will just kill you. so I think that's where the kid that ended up coming in and taking over had that mentality, because he came from an abusive home where, I mean, violence was just the only answer to everything.
Yeah. Well, Johnny, who founded it, if they did base it purely on that, you see the moon?
Yeah, Carly.
Mom? If they did actually base it on someone that was really doing that, he had a wife and 2 kids and a job.
Yeah.
Like, he was literally just this, it was like a hobby for him. It was this stable.
Well, that's what she said. She said that's his, she said he's normal. He's just like a normal person.
So